All right, get ready because today we're going deep on this 10-minute ab workout
Yeah.
routine, right? So we've got a YouTube video transcript.
Okay.
And even just glancing at it, I'm like, wow, they pack a lot in.
Yeah, it's really
And
efficient.
to just 10 minutes, so.
And what's really interesting is how they combine isometric holds, like planks,
Oh, okay.
with dynamic movements.
Gotcha.
So you're really hitting your core muscles in a variety of ways.
So it's not just a quick burn. It's like you're really getting.
Yeah, and building strength and endurance.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me more about this blend.
Yeah.
Like what's the logic behind combining those?
Well, so think about your core muscles, right? It's not just about having a six-pack.
Right.
It's really about supporting your entire body.
Yeah.
And isometric holds, where you're holding that static position, those are fantastic for building that deep stabilizing strength you need for good posture and preventing back pain and all that good stuff.
So like the foundation of a house, not just like the nice facade. Yeah, I like that.
And then you add in those dynamic movements, things like leg raises and twists.
Yeah.
And you start challenging those muscles in new ways and building more functional strength that you can actually use every day.
I am already like, all right, fine, ditch the excuses. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Break it down for me. What's the first?
Okay, so they start off with a classic leg raises, but they add a twist.
A twist. Okay.
Literally.
Okay, so walk me through it. I'm picturing like basic leg raises.
Yeah, so you're lying on your back.
Yeah.
Hands behind your head. And as you lift one leg up, you also twist your torso.
Oh.
Reaching for the opposite heel with your elbow.
So you're getting the obliques too, not just straight up abs?
Spot on.
Okay, so what's the benefit of that?
So those obliques, those are your rotational muscles.
Gotcha.
They're crucial for stability, especially when you're twisting or turning.
Okay.
Think about any sport that involves throwing or swinging a bat, or even just changing direction quickly. Strong obliques mean better power transfer.
Okay.
Less risk of injury.
So this little twist is like adding a whole other dimension.
It is.
It's really starting to see how they pack it in.
Yeah.
What's next?
All right, so next up are scissors leg raises.
Okay.
So picture this. You lie on your back legs straight up.
Okay.
And then you lower one leg towards the ground in a controlled motion followed by the other.
Yeah, I've seen those. Tough.
It's like a pair of scissors opening and closing.
Yeah.
But the key here is that controlled lowering of the legs.
Okay.
It's tempting to just let gravity do the work.
Yeah.
But the transcript really emphasizes keeping your back flat on the floor.
Oh.
And engaging your core as you lower those legs.
So that's where the work is. It's like resisting.
Precisely.
Right.
It's about building strength through that entire range of motion.
Okay.
Not just on the way up.
Gotcha.
Plus, keeping that back flat protects your spine.
Right.
Prevents unnecessary strain.
Good reminder for any exercise.
Yeah.
Form is.
It is.
Important.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of core engagement and proper form, this routine includes a lot of planks.
Planks. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so what?
For good reason.
Yeah, I was going to say they're kind of a staple.
They are.
But what's interesting about their approach here?
Well, they use a variety of plank variations.
Okay.
Which is great for challenging different muscle groups and preventing boredom. But what's really important is that emphasis on that isometric hold.
Okay, hold on. Rewind for a second.
Yeah.
Break down, like, what is an isometric hold?
Sure.
Why does that matter?
So an isometric hold means you're holding a static position, like a plank, rather than moving through a range of motion.
Gotcha.
Might sound easy,
right?
But try holding a perfect plank for a minute.
Yeah. No.
And you'll feel those muscles working.
I bet.
It's all about time under tension.
Okay.
So when you're holding that static position, your muscles have to work constantly to maintain that position.
Oh, I see.
And this builds incredible strength and endurance in those deep, stabilizing muscles that support your spine.
So again, like that foundation.
Exactly.
Not just the flashy stuff.
And the transcript highlights this perfectly, mentioning variations like side planks.
Okay.
And even a reverse plank.
Reverse plank, that sounds intense.
It does sound intimidating.
It was that.
But it's a great way to target those often neglected muscles in your back and shoulders.
Oh, right.
While still engaging your core, you're basically in a reverse push-up position.
Okay.
So you're supporting yourself with your hands behind you and your hips lifted off the ground.
So it's a full-body challenge disguised as a...
Kind of, yeah.
Core exercise. I'm loving this. I think our listeners need a minute to catch their breath.
Probably, yeah.
We'll be right back to keep going on this routine.
Sounds good. Welcome back, deep divers. So ready to jump back into this workout. I'm fascinated by how much we can learn.
Yeah, I know.
Even just breaking down a short routine like this.
Yeah, we've already uncovered so much about core strength and
We have.
proper form and isometric holds.
Yeah.
Um, Before we get too carried away with planks, though,
Yeah.
I remember the transcript mentioned something about modifications.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. The instructor is actually very clear that you can adjust the moves to fit your fitness level.
Oh, okay.
In fact, there's a specific note in the transcript where they say, ten cuidados de no meten, de no forzar las cervicales, which means be careful not to strain your neck.
That's a good point,
Yeah.
especially for beginners or people with existing injuries or whatever.
Right.
How would you recommend someone modifies the exercises to protect their neck?
Well, one simple adjustment is to avoid placing your hands behind your head during moves like crunches or leg raises.
Oh, okay.
So instead, try crossing your arms over your chest.
Oh.
This takes the pressure off your neck while still allowing you to engage those core muscles effectively.
So it's like a built-in safety net.
Yeah.
So you can still get the benefit without hurting yourself.
Exactly.
That's smart.
And that's a hallmark of a good workout program.
Yeah.
Accessibility.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone should be able to participate and modify as needed.
Absolutely. Speaking of accessibility,
Yeah.
thinking about those leg raises with a twist we talked about.
Yes.
Is there a way to make that more challenging?
Of course, you can always add a weight,
Oh, okay.
like a dumbbell or even a water bottle.
Oh, okay.
Hold it between your feet as you lift and twist.
Gotcha.
And that extra resistance will definitely make those obliques work harder.
Oh, for sure. And it's like easy to do at home. You don't need a whole gym setup.
Exactly.
What about like slowing down the movement? I've heard that can make things tougher too.
You are absolutely right. Slowing down the movement increases what we call time under tension, meaning your muscles have to work harder for longer to maintain control.
Okay.
It's a subtle tweak, but it can really amp up the intensity and lead to faster strength gains.
So it's not about rushing.
No.
It's about like being mindful, making each one count.
Quality over quantity and being mindful of how your body is moving.
Yeah, I like that.
This routine is a great example of that principle in action.
Okay, before we totally wrap up, let's revisit those planks again.
Yeah.
We talked about isometric holds, but were there any variations?
So aside from the standard and side planks,
Yeah.
the inclusion of the reverse plank is particularly noteworthy.
Okay, why is that?
It's not just a core exercise, it really works your back and shoulders too,
Oh, okay.
which is crucial for maintaining good posture and preventing those pesky shoulder aches we all experience from sitting at desks too much.
That's a really good point. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that one.
You should.
Before I hit the mat, though, is there anything else from the transcript that we should highlight in terms of exercises or variations or tips?
One thing that really impressed me was the emphasis on engaging your core throughout the entire routine.
Oh, okay.
Not just during specific exercises.
Gotcha.
For example, even during those scissors leg raises.
Wow.
The instructor stresses the importance of keeping your back flat on the floor,
Right.
actively pulling your belly button towards your spine.
So like constant.
Yes, constant core activation.
Got it.
Even when you're not explicitly doing a core exercise,
That's a good point.
it's about building that mind-muscle connection.
Yeah.
Developing core strength that you can carry with you throughout the day.
Totally. Not just at the gym.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see how this 10-minute routine can have such a big impact on overall fitness and well-being.
Yes.
It's not just about like six-pack abs or whatever.
It's not just about aesthetics.
It's about like a foundation
Yeah.
for everything.
Exactly. And it's a testament to the fact that you don't need hours in the gym to make a difference.
Right.
A well-structured routine that focuses on proper form and engagement
Yeah.
can achieve amazing results, even in a short amount of time.
This has been so eye-opening.
It has.
We've covered so much ground, biomechanics,
We have.
specific exercises, core strength,
Yeah.
modifications, mental focus.
Yeah, it's been great.
I feel like I've not only learned about ab workouts, but about like exercise in general.
Me too. And I think our listeners are feeling just as inspired
I hope
to
so.
roll out their mats and get those core muscles firing.
Yeah.
But before we send everyone off to their next workout,
Yeah.
let's take a moment to distill everything we've learned.
Okay.
Offer some final thoughts on how to make this routine a part of a healthy and sustainable lifestyle. Stay with us, deep divers.
We'll be right back. Okay, deep divers, we are back, ready to wrap up this awesome 10-minute ab workout.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling energized and ready to go.
Me too. It's amazing how much we unpack from just this simple transcript.
Right, like it's a true deep dive.
Yeah.
But before we send everyone off to try it themselves,
Yeah.
I think it's important to like zoom out,
Yeah.
big picture. How can incorporating a 10-minute workout into a busy lifestyle actually lead to lasting results?
Well, that's a great question, and it goes beyond just the physical benefits. Think about the mental shift that happens when you commit to even a short workout each day.
Okay.
It's a statement to yourself
Yeah.
that you're prioritizing your health and well-being no matter how busy life gets.
So you're like building that mental muscle of discipline consistency.
And that can have a ripple effect into
Yeah.
other areas of your life.
Right.
You start making healthier choices in general, you feel more energized and focused,
Right.
and you're less likely to skip workouts in the future.
It's like a positive feedback loop.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this specific routine, with its emphasis on core strength and stability,
Yeah.
can have a particularly profound impact on your overall health.
Right. Right. Yeah. We've talked about posture, back pain, even athletic performance.
Exactly. It's not just about aesthetics. It's
Yeah.
about building a foundation for a stronger, healthier you.
Totally. And I love the 10-minute thing, right? It's like, no excuses.
Right.
Like, oh, I don't have time, or I need equipment, or I need a gym.
Exactly.
It's like, no, you don't.
You can literally do this anywhere, anytime.
It's so accessible.
Exactly. And remember, it's not just about doing the routine once or twice. It's about making it a sustainable part of your life.
Okay, so like, how do you do that?
Well, maybe you start by doing it 3 times a week
Okay.
and then gradually work your way up to 5.
Okay.
Or maybe you use this routine as a foundation and start incorporating other forms of exercise into your week.
So it's like a gateway into a more active lifestyle.
And the key is to find what works for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to your body, modify as needed,
Right.
and don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it.
Well said. This has been so insightful and inspiring. I'm ready to go.
Me too.
What about you?
Absolutely. And I hope our listeners are feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Remember, deep divers, even small changes can make a big difference.
Yeah.
Start with this 10-minute routine, stay consistent, and watch as your strength, energy, and overall well-being soar.
Thanks for joining us on this journey of core discovery. And until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.